Here we are standing right next to the former SS camp, which was the part of the Neuengamme camp where most of the SS men were living. And today most of these buildings are gone. They have been torn down after the end of the war. But one building that is still standing today is the watchtower behind me. And this is the only watchtower that is still intact, but actually during the concentration camp era, there were watchtowers like these in each corner of the prisoners' compound. And then in between, there were even more wooden watchtowers. And this constant watch that the prisoners were under, as well as the often arbitrary violence they had to suffer, is something that a lot of survivors emphasized in their accounts. This is a drawing by Danish survivor Hans-Peter Sørensen. And on this drawing, you can see some of the things that I just mentioned. You have a watchtower in the background that is looming over the whole picture, and then a scene of violence at the center. There's an SS guard with a raised truncheon in motion to strike a prisoner who's kneeling on the floor trying to shield himself, completely at the mercy of the guard. Hans-Peter Sørensen titled this drawing, "Finally, a description of a workplace where an SS man gives free rein to his life's enjoyment without any restraint whatsoever." So you can already see the view that the prisoners had of the SS. And in comparison to the prisoners here, the guards led a rather comfortable life. The SS men here always had enough to eat. They even got deliveries from a local butcher and a local bakery. And they also had free time, which they could spend in the villages, in pubs or restaurants, or also here in the camp, in the garden, for example, where I'm standing now. And in this garden, they even had a fountain, which you can see the remains of beside me. And I want to show you a photo that was taken by the SS, where you can see that same fountain in the garden. And in the back of it, you can see white lawn chairs that the SS men could use to sit on, to relax. And if they were sitting on these chairs, the view that they had, the perspective, was to this side, where the prisoners' compound was located. So the two camps were right next to each other, only separated by a fence. So here we can see another building of the former SS camp that is still standing, and these are the former SS garages. Today this building is used to house offices as well as an exhibition about the camp SS. And I now want to show you this exhibition. Now here we are in the former SS garages, where today the exhibition about the SS is housed. So you can find information about all different aspects of the organization SS, as well as the camp SS of Neuengamme. I want to talk to you about one specific topic, and that is post-war trials. Because the British Allies held several trials against SS men after the war had ended. And these photos that you can see here, they were all taken at the main trial against Neuengamme perpetrators that took place in 1946. On this photo here, you can see the defendants. There were 14 of them in this trial, and these 14 were actually all found guilty. 11 were even sentenced to death and executed. However, subsequent trials didn't always go the same way, if they happened at all. In total, there were 4,500 SS men here, and only a very small fraction of them was ever put on trial, and even fewer were actually found guilty. Most of them got away without ever having to face any serious consequences for their actions and decisions.